Hello everyone. So I'm back again after a very long time. Maybe I took I think more than to 5 months, and then I'm back today again because I really wanted to set up this channel, and then uh, I get busy with stuffs, and that's the reason I actually wasn't paying much attention. But now I'm again like little bit serious because I have to plan my retirement and. Apart from power of the investments and compounding, I also want to set up a YouTube channel, and then maybe that slowly comes up like a um, uh, additional source of income. But yeah, I want to try that part as well. These are just like parallel things which you can try and then generate parallel source of incomes. So again, like today I want to show how to uh, plan your retirements. So to plan your retirements, you need certain tools. Many of us do not even understand how compounding works because they have not experienced the power of compounding. So until you tell them that okay, how much money you have lost in all these days, how much money you have lost in all these days, uh, because you haven't compounded your wealth till now, they will not understand at all. So to make them understand, you will have to actually show them that okay, these are certain days, these many years you haven't invested anywhere, and you have not made proper utilization of your money. So and this much money you have lost. So I lost lots of money because I was not doing this or not getting benefited from the power of compounding for a very long time. Only after the COVID, it opened my eyes, and then most of us, I think, realized how compounding can really help you, and what's the power of compounding, and then why you should always be invested into the markets, maybe equity markets or anywhere. And uh, actually in after COVID, from 2020 second 2020 second, I will say, not actually, I mean, that was just a start, but I was fully into this investment side from 2023 October, I will say. Yeah, because it took some time for me to deploy and really understand how it works. But I'm trying to show you how this works, power of compounding, how it works. So rather than wasting our time, let's see. So many of us will be knowing that there are channels who tell you, okay, you invest this much amount, and then within such and such time you will get this much amount. So, and many of us are really surprised that okay, is it really going to happen or something like that. And many of us do not even believe uh, on those numbers. But even if we open a compounding calculator and put our numbers on it, we will see that this really works. And you can experience it if you have patience, and if you have little bit of investment, the side income or whatever you want to invest. You have to keep that small amount, the investment amount, into I mean that aside, so that you can invest it every month or every now and then. So the compounding calculator which I really like is, I will show you. I mean, if you go to Google compounding calculator, you will get this, which you can see here. You visit often, right? Often, whatever. So this is the compounding calculator which I use. You can also refer the same calculator, but there are multiple. But the calculator site, this site has so many things, so many calculators, and they are really configurable and then easy to use. So I like this. Now if I tell you how much money you want to invest, let's say you want to invest 10,000 rupees every month. So this is like 10,000 rupees. Okay, Now I want to invest it for 10 years at interest rate of let's say 15. Okay, 15 is like a very decent if you are investing in equity, especially in India. 15 is like nothing. I mean, that should be easily achievable if you are investing at 15% rate of interest. Now let's say I want to do it for 10 years, right? And then deposit, this is the main thing, which is adding money on top of it, and that is like configurable on this website. So I want to start with 10,000. I want to do an additional investment of 10,000 every month. So if you calculate it from here, it will give you a final amount of 10 years. So even if you start today, you are going to achieve 27 lakh of money. Once 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh, 27 lakh over here in 10 years. Now the thing is, it will give you a chart as well. 10,000 first year, first month, second month will be like, you are adding 1,20,000. So the third year you are again adding 1,20,000, but here the compounding has started. 10,000 first month, I mean, that's like a starting point. The first year you will be totally accumulating like I mean, this is by the end of first year, so it will be like 1,40,000. But you see how this graph or how this chart goes and the table goes. If you want to see the graph amount, you can see it over here, right? So this is the initial balance, this is the deposits which you are making every year, this is accrued interest, and this is how the graph goes. It goes exponentially. Now 10,000, I think most of us will, if you really want to make some wealth, you will have to increase your initial amount, right? Initial amount or the contribution to the investment. So let's say in place of 10,000, I'm making it 50,000 every month, right? And then I'm calculating it. You see that in 10 years you are going to make 1.3 crores, right? It's possible, totally it's possible if you are going in equity. Like this is like 15%, you can easily get from equity. I mean, this is from the historical data. 15, 14, 13 around you can easily get. If you are playing a little bit on the riskier side, I mean, actually there's not much risk even. I mean, there are good even index funds. So many of us, I can take this topic later, but it's not that hard to get 14 or 15% compounding in Indian equity market, because inflation also is a point here. So it has to be like around 14-15 if you want to keep generating wealth from compounding. Now let's say I make it 50,000, then it makes like 1.3 crore, right? So if you take care of investment little better, and then you are able to achieve 20% CAGR. And this is also, I'm not saying that it's impossible. 20% is also possible because again, you see that there is a boom in the Indian equity market, and maybe that goes on for next at least 7-8 years. Maybe it's a possibility, there's a good possibility that you can do compounding at the rate of 20 if you have good stock picks, and even if there are certain ETFs or index funds which compound at the rate of 20. Maybe small cap, or there are multiple index funds, small cap, mid cap, they have been compounding at least at the rate of 20. I mean, they're actually above for last few years, but you will get the overall compounding at 20% annually. So let's put these numbers. I have started with 10,000. I'm putting 50,000 every month, and then I'm compounding at 20% and till 10 years, right? So you will see the drastically things have changed here. It's like now 1.8 CR, right? Let's say I want to increment my annual deposit by 5%. So first year you have 6 lakhs, then next year you will be depositing 6 lakh 30,000, and then third year you will be depositing 6 lakh 61,000. But the thing is, like, you are crossing 2 crore over here, right? That amount 2 crore plus you are making. So what I'm trying to show here is that there are many channels who just give you some fancy numbers, and then people are really fascinated by hearing those numbers, that okay, if I start investing this much amount, I can start I mean, there is a retirement amount I can reach in 10 years or 20 years, and then they really feel happy that those numbers are achievable. But this is actually achievable if you plan for it. You have to plan using this compounding calculator. I mean, it's not like it's just like I'm just saying this, but if you put a reasonable numbers over here, this will actually be happening when you track this data with time, right? So let's say you start with 50,000, right? And then in the first month it will be 50,000. Then, and at the end of the year, you kind of try to tally it with what you have achieved from your the investment account, right? So let's say you use any of the broker to invest, or any of the app which you use for investments, right? Then this number after 1 year should be at least be matching with what kind of amount you have accumulated over there, right? And in this way, every year you will be able to track your progress, so that at the end you or at any point of time you will be able to track that okay, you are going according to the plan or not, right? Because in this way, like tracking every month or every year, at least you will be getting to know that okay, whatever you are planning and whatever your end goal is, how far or how deviated from that you are, right? So it's not that hard, guys, to make a crore or something in like 10 years. So even if I will say, even if you know how to do proper investments, 25 is also not a difficult number to achieve. 25 CAGR, I mean, it will be fluctuating between maybe 20 to 25. So let's say on an average you are doing 23% compounding every year, right? So with 50,000 every month, increment of 5%, you see that again, like it has increased to 2.68 thousand. So again, use this table and plan your retirements. So I put most of my savings, and I have a little higher number. I am so whatever you can save from your salary or from your income sources, just have it over here, and then put the numbers over like in the interest rate, in the years, and then the deposit and the annual deposit increase, right? So yeah, it's like that. And it's I mean, this is how you make use of this compounding calculator, and this is really beneficial, guys. If you really want to get a good retirement, if you really want to use power of compounding, don't just rely on these fund managers, don't just rely on these these schemes or whatever funds or whatever. Somebody will contact you from the bank and they will tell you, hey, you give me some money and then I will provide you after these some amount after these many years. Then there is a lock-in period and all this the things which actually are loopholes or whatever. It's a kind of trap for you, and most of us who are middle class in India, they fall into this trap. I can again do another video on that. But most of the funds, most of the plans which banks suggest to you with a lock-in period, those are really not good. If you are disciplined, if you have some knowledge of how to use internet, how to follow the news, how to make investment by your own, you do not need all these things. And they are actually nothing but, whenever you go with the bank policies and bank funds, you actually are paying kind of a higher expense, just to help them pay their whatever agents or whatever commission they get, right? So there's a very large chunk of money which goes away in commission in paying to those fund managers and all. These are all not actually needed, because getting a interest rate of around 20 is not that tough in Indian equity market. I mean, 20 around, you can easily even see index funds, right? So let's say there are index funds, right? Nifty mid cap, right? Nifty mid cap. Let's say this is Kotak Nifty mid cap 50 ETF, right? So last year it made like 48% return. So it's not that tough, guys. Just keep checking what even if you see for 5 years, right? It's almost close to 20. I'm a little less, but it's almost close to 20. So it's not that tough. Kotak Nifty there are multiple. I'm just not suggesting one. There are multiple. Just check out the mid cap funds, small cap funds, or whatever fund you like. Have your learning curve expanded, right? I mean, until you take care of your money, nobody's going to earn, and nobody's going to actually manage money and give you full return. People think that, okay, somebody's going to manage my money and then they're going to get rich. Maybe if you have a very large amount, very large corpus, somebody can still take all these commissions and you will still be earning good. But if you really have to be wealthy and you have limited resources, start planning your investment and start taking care of your own money, and stop believing that, okay, somebody or through some plans or some fund manager is going to work for you. Really, I mean, that doesn't work, because fund managers hardly they just believe in beating the indexes and give you a little high return. They will not actually be giving you alpha returns. So thank you very much, guys. This is the site, calculator site. This is in the video, and this is what I wanted to tell. Take care of your investment and start early as possible. So you can just think about, like, if I would have started, so my career started in 2011, right? 2011. So since 2011 is like 13 years. If you say 13 years, even if I would have started by 1500, right? 15,000, right? Compounding at the rate of 20, or let's say 18, right? 13 years, it was nothing. I mean, it's not like I worked and then I have my salary increase. Now I got some good chances to earn more in between, just because there were some projects in which I got a chance to have a better earning. But still, I'm just showing that how much money I lost just by if I would have just invested this in compounding 15,000, right? I will just even remove this additional amount. So at least 1 CR I could have made additional on top of what my current the portfolio is. So this much amount at least I would have earned on top of it. So even if you see here, this will tell you exactly how much interest or how much additional money you are getting. So additional deposit is just 23 lakh, but interest you have earned is 70 lakh, right? So over the period of 13 years, 15,000 every month, if I would have started from beginning of my career, total investment was 23 lakh and the interest amount is 70 lakh. So 70 lakh at least I should have. I actually didn't earn all these days. I would have earned this. Maybe I could have bought a flat from this amount or invested it somewhere else. But this is what I have lost in all these days because I didn't started compounding on time. So again, guys, learn from your mistakes. And those who are in their early stages, have just started their career or whatever, I mean, they have a very long way to go, and they can easily, if they understand it today, the power of compounding and how money works, it's like endless kind of. They have an endless, probability of achieving things, right? I mean, it's like whole of their career and life is in front of them, and they can really use the power of compounding. But even if you are late, do not get disheartened. Start early as possible. I have started. I will keep uploading videos regarding this, and then spread this knowledge. Thank you very much, guys. I don't want to take this video very long because again, like, I have to be I want to be precise, so this is just a starting, so I will learn with time. So for now, I'm sorry it was a little longer than I expected, but yeah, start compounding, start investing, and start generating wealth, and keep track of it. Track from here. Thank you very much.